guys, it's Kate. Welcome to Covert Narcissist 101. Thank you for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, please do. Don't forget to like and share as well. Guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's topic is what to expect, things that you should expect when you're co-parenting with a co-parenting a special needs child with a covert narcissist. When you're co-parenting a special needs child with a covert narcissist. Guys, we already know the number one thing that narcissists need is attention. You need attention. You need to be on them 24 hours. And we already see what happens when you have a child is that attention shifts and you see them acting in certain different ways to resist this. It's part of what they do. Are you trying to raise children with them? It's like they don't understand, they can't comprehend, they don't want to accept that a child means that somebody else is in the spotlight. So you can imagine what actually happens when you have a special needs child, which of course means that definitely more attention, as it's supposed to be. So what would a narcissist, the covert narcissist, what would you expect them to do? One of them is obviously this is not your problem. Just like with any other child you have with them. This is not your problem. You figure it out. At a stage where a child needs, so much attention, when the babies, if you're like your covert narcissist or whoever it is, your kid is like mine, who always runs away from diaper duty. Like when the diapers need change or they're potty training, you will see him nowhere. That is your job, Oh, the diaper needs change. Oh, he's yelling for you. That's what he did. So anytime the child, at that stage, the kids need extra help, their babies and all that stuff, these people will not want to contribute. It will be just you. So the same thing happens with special needs child. Is that is your problem. That's on you to figure it out. How that goes. They don't really need anybody. They don't need the children until they need a supply. They know they're old enough where the children understand that they have to revolve around them. So no, they're not there for diaper duty. No, they're not there to figure out what the child is trying to say. No, they're not there trying to figure out why the child is screaming or yelling. No, that's your job. Another one is they pretend it doesn't exist. They pretend that that the special needs child doesn't have any special needs. That they are all the kids are the same. So and they have the same expectation of these kids as the other kids in the house. I've seen a covert narcissist mother hand over a baby to her special needs son like nothing, like as if the kid has been holding this baby or every time or every day, as if the kid didn't just meet the baby, and the child nearly dropped the baby, because I guess this is something new to him, and she handed the baby over to him like this is what they do every day. Somebody had to step in before he was about to drop the child, and she had the audacity to be mad at this child. Like there's a disconnect. There's a this bubble that they live in. Like, oh, this is in denial, if you will. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with the child. My child doesn't need extra help with anything. So they pretend it doesn't exist and have the same expectation. The same expectation as if nothing is going on. There's no room to adjust for the issues or the developmental problems that the child might have. None of that. Another one, of course, is they use the child for sympathy and, supply from other people, whenever it benefits them. If they need to pretend to be all up in taking care of the child, oh, look at what I have to deal with, my son or my daughter. I have to do this and do this for her and this and that. They use that to get a supply from people. If that's what they need at that time, if they need that to, get money or look at me, because that's what it is. They'll be in the spotlight of portraying this very caring and dedicated parent to the special needs child. Then if that's what they need at that time, the audience that's what the audience calls for at that time. Yeah, they will act that role. They will play it. They will use the child to gain sympathy, supply. Another one, of course, is they push the responsibility of dealing with the special needs child to other siblings. The other siblings could be younger too. They could be younger than the special needs child. They push that up to the other siblings to figure out how to deal with the child, or figure out how what they need to what they're trying to tell them, or why they're crying. They just this they shift that responsibility to the other siblings. So all you'll be hearing when they are with the kids is they'll be yelling at the or screaming for the other siblings. Go figure out what he wants. Go figure out what she wants. What is she doing now? So you see that the other children step in. Especially if you're no longer with the Covert Narcissist anymore, which it would have been point one, where that's your problem. You figure it out. Now, if you're co-parenting and the children maybe live with them or they have to visit, this is what will happen. It becomes the other siblings' job, to figure out their brother. What does their brother want? What is brother trying to say? Or what is the sister trying to do now? Because the Covert Narcissist doesn't have time for it, unless there's somebody around that they need to put a show on for. And then that's what it is. Other than that, it becomes the special needs kid's sibling's job to take care of him or her. And that's it. So, guys, the Covert Narcissist's main thing, of course, we know, is everything has to be revolving around them. Bringing a child into the world with them, it means that the spotlight shifts, and they can't handle that. Bringing a special needs child into the world, of course, means that there's definitely more extra time that needs to go towards the child, and they are not here for it. Anything that had to shift the focus from them to you yourself or to anybody else, they are not here for it. And that does not stop with them having a special needs child. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind, and everything's fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.